control operators required. All of that stuff up there in the red.
Yeah.
When must an amateur station have a control operator? The only time it's necessary is when the station is transmitting. Who is eligible to be the control operator of an amateur station? Only a person for whom an amateur operator primary station license grant appears in the FCC database, or who is authorized for alien reciprocal operation. And this alien reciprocal operation is what we do when an amateur from another country comes here and wants to operate a ham radio here in our country, in the United States, and the FCC will authorize him what's called alien reciprocal operation. Okay, and he can become a control operator of a station in the United States. Who must designate the station control operator? The station licensee, the person to whom the license is issued, can designate who the control operator is. Ordinarily, it's the licensee, but if you want to designate someone else who's authorized to do that, you can. What determines the transmitting privileges of an amateur station? The class of operator license held by the control operator is what determines the transmitting privileges. So when we were looking at the bands there and seeing that technicians have some privileges and generals have some others and so on, it's the class of license that determines of the control operator that determines what the station can do. If a technician comes to operate my station, he can only do the technician privileges on it, even though I have an extra class license for myself and my station. What's an amateur station control point? It's the location at which the control operator function is performed. The control point is where the control operator does his controlling. Under which of the following types of control is it permissible for the control operator to be at a location other than the control point? Some stations have what's called automatic control, and in that case, a repeater is a good example of this, where the necessary controls are built into the repeater system, and they can automatically shut it down if it doesn't operate properly and things like that. The control operator does not have to be at the control point if the station has automatic control. When the control operator is not the station licensee who is responsible for the proper operation of the station, the control operator and the station licensee are equally responsible. So if you're going to pick a control operator, pick a good one, because as the licensee, you're also responsible. What type of control is being used for a repeater when the control operator is not present? That is basically the same as that other question, automatic control. What type of control is being used when transmitting using a handheld radio? That's local control. You've got the transmit button right there under your thumb, and so you have local control. What type of control is used when the control operator is not at the station location but can indirectly manipulate the operating adjustments of the station? That's remote control. You may have a station that's controlled by another radio signal that's controlled by a telephone line connected to it or something like that. That would be remote control. Who does the FCC presume to be the control operator of an amateur station unless documentation to the contrary is in the station records? The station licensee. Now, about all you really need to have in your station records these days is your license. But back in the old days, we used to have to keep a detailed log of everybody we contacted, and that's not required anymore. But if you do have someone besides yourself be the control operator of your station, you should have a record of that somewhere in a log or in some kind of a statement that such and such person and their license call sign was the control operator of your station during whatever period.